How's everybody doing today? Got my boy Peel in the house,
Yo,
and we finna talk about these sports today.
yes, sir.
We finna get right into it. If you like it, hit the subscribe button. Like, share, subscribe. Help us grow. We finna get right into the show. We appreciate everybody for watching. First title, or say, can JJ Redick get a title as a Lakers coach? Now he the head coach. You think he can get a title?
Yeah, I think so. The
You
window
think so?
wide open. I think so.
I know you biased, but
Yeah, you know I'm biased, so
I'm objective. I'm looking at it from an objective
I
standpoint.
think
But yeah. You think he can get it?
I think he very knowledgeable of the game, but it's kind of like a player's coach.
Mm.
I think there's some things he'll understand that a lot of coaches can't, like Steve Kerr. I ain't saying he was the
Mhm.
greatest. Phil
Mhm.
Jackson, he
Mhm.
wasn't the best player ever,
Yeah.
but yeah. And did he win a championship or didn't?
Who? Who?
JJ. JJ didn't get
Nah, he
one.
didn't win. Nah, he didn't win no championship. Nah, you
Damn.
know he played for the Clippers.
I
They got
think
close, but they didn't get past the Spurs, the
yeah.
Pelicans, and I want to
Yep.
say he played for Philly, but they never won a championship though.
I
I
think
think if he
also
would have played for like the Miami Heat when they was playing, I think that would have been a good place for him to go. He probably would have won the chip with, but a lot of coaches, I don't think too much care for him because his attitude kind of got that Lakers kind of
hey,
attitude.
hey, 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 man, hey, man, chill out, hey, man.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know, man. I got to see. I don't like
yeah,
Palinka being the GM. I think they're gonna have to get rid of
yeah,
Palinka, man. I think
yeah,
if we had like a Brad Stevens,
it's
um,
gonna be tough. It's gonna be a
yeah,
tough
I
one.
don't Palinka, man. I don't know, man. I don't know if he really just really understand
Mm-hmm.
talent around your main talent. I don't think he understand that part. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Sometimes, and
yeah.
we're gonna get into that later when you think about some things. Did he get that job? I thought I had that on here. Did I erase it on accident? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
It ain't about what you
So
know, it's who you know.
yeah, that's the next one. Did he get the job? Do you think he got the job because he was friends with LeBron and had the podcast, or was he? 'Cause like that's what they say in the corporate world. It's not what you know, it's who you know. You know, when you
Hey,
get younger, you don't understand it until you start getting older. You
hey,
realize a lot of stuff ain't random as you think it is. You know what I'm saying?
I can't be mad. It pays to be good friends with LeBron, man.
Yeah,
It pays to
it
get
pays to build a friendship with just about anybody because you just never know.
yeah. But I'm
I mean,
just
Rob
saying,
Pelinka was friends with Kobe. Look what they got. He's the GM of the Lakers because
yeah,
he was
that's what
friends
I'm
with Kobe. You
saying.
know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's what makes it's kind of crazy, but I can't be
Yeah.
mad at it. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't that many options. I
Yeah,
think he
because
was
Dan
that.
Hurley, he was not going to coach the Lakers.
Yeah,
I said that in the
yeah,
podcast. He was just trying to get more money
yeah,
out of the Connecticut. That's what he was. I mean,
yeah.
and then like I say,
I
when you
don't
come to
know.
L.A.,
I don't know.
um, I'll give
That's
you another theory after this. But when you come to L.A., paying half of your taxes is
mm,
crazy. You lose
mm-hmm.
half of it. Talking about offer you 70, you really 35. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? So,
yeah.
so here's the theory that I was thinking about. Right? Let me know if I'm off. Um, Trajan Langdon now is the GM of the Detroit Pistons, right?
Oh,
And you
oh.
remember when he became the GM, they fired Monty Williams,
Mm.
but the Lakers were still trying to talk to Dan Hurley too. But my opinion, I think Trajan he talked to Trajan. I think they played together, right? Didn't they play together?
I don't remember
Or
Monday Williams.
I know they're
Yeah,
alumni, but I don't know if they play. They may have been on the back end of each other.
yeah.
Trajan Langdon may have been leaving while JJ Redick was coming in, maybe. I know he played with Elton Brand, Trajan Langdon did,
Yeah.
but here's the
Damn.
thing I was thinking about. He probably plugged in with Trajan and put in the rumors they was interested in JJ Redick. You remember that? After they
Mm,
fired Monty, and I
mm,
think the Lakers sped up the process to get JJ Redick because they didn't want to lose him. Then they would have really been under. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I think they use the French. They use that leverage of rumor mills and stuff like that to kind of speed up, getting that Laker deal done. In my opinion, anyway. I
Yeah.
don't know how 100% that is, but that's it. Kind of what it looked like to me. You know what I'm saying?
What most Lakers fans know, it's always been the money issue right now. Like we still dealing with stuff from back when
Yeah.
what's his name?
Who?
Goodness.
Him? Or you talking about
No, way before him.
oh
Um
Vogel?
Lou Aldang and all them.
I think they done. I think they're about done
Yeah.
with that though.
No,
Blue
that's what I'm
Dang.
saying. This past year was the final year.
Okay.
Like, yeah, it's
Yeah.
like I'm talking about, and they've been holding on to this little first round pick for probably about 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. That's true.
what Magic was doing, I was like, man. Then he was like, Magic stepped down. I was like, oh, it's over now.
I think Magic got mad because they made Palinka GM. I think that's why he
Yeah,
stepped down though. He was like,
yeah.
"Y'all gonna do that? Y'all wanna play this game? I'm out.
Hmm.
I can go keep making my billions, man. While y'all
Yeah,
still playing these reindeer games."
and he still got making money off of him. But
Yeah.
it's, yeah, it's gonna be very.
It would have been cool if he would have drafted Tatum instead of Lonzo though. That would have been smart, but you know that's a whole nother story
I,
for a whole nother day. But
yeah, I think it's still a good decision because
you think so?
yeah, yeah,
Nah.
not because they won a championship. Duke players, I'm a Duke fanatic, so
Yeah.
our longevity in the league has not been that great.
Talking about for
So
Duke players?
yes, yeah,
You mean longevity being on top like a superstar, or longevity
mm,
because
superstar. I'm talking about
oh,
superstar.
okay. I'm finna say because
Yeah,
some of them dudes be in the league, they just don't. They not real loud about it. But what's my
yeah.
dude name with the wrinkles on his head? Um,
Man, Eric Queen.
no, Eric Wynn, that
Oh,
dude. He played for
Carlos
Kentucky,
Boozer.
didn't he?
You talking about Carlos
Not
Boozer?
Carlos Boozer. Not Carlos Boozer. The other dude. He
Mm.
played guard though. He played for Memphis. He was a defensive guy. That's what they call him, a defensive guy. Can I remember that dude's name off the top of my head? You gonna make me look him up now because I'm.
It's,
If I say his name, you'll know who I'm talking about. Light skinned dude. Used to have the little wrinkles in his head. Battier. Shane Battier.
okay. Well, yeah,
He was in the
yeah,
league for a long time, bro. He played for different
yeah.
teams, you know what I'm
But
saying?
yeah, but Shane was that dude though.
He wasn't that dude in the NBA, but he was that dude in
No, that's
college.
what
He
I'm
wasn't that dude in the
saying.
NBA.
Like I'm talking about, like it haven't been a
Elton
bigger.
Brand was good though. I
Uh,
like Elton Brand.
uh,
And if Jason Williams wasn't playing around on motorcycles, I think he would have been
yes,
good
he
too.
would have been one
He
of
was
those
playing around on
ones.
motorcycles, but he wanna pop Willies and play around on
Yeah,
motorcycles. So see how
yeah,
that went, but
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I don't think some kids don't know how that went.
yeah, that's true.
That boy is good. Good and terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
So
boy,
what's the next? Will Paul George stay with the Clippers in this free agency? He trying to get the max. The Clippers, I don't think want to give him the max. I think the Clippers letting him float around in free agency
mm,
to see if he can get more money. If they don't, they're probably gonna try to offer him a little bit less than max because he been injured. He ain't been available like that for him to give him 200 some million.
uh,
I think he just wanted because of the attrition, how the market is right now. But
I wouldn't, like I say, I wouldn't be surprised, boy, that he end up in freaking Canada. They sent him
I
to
said
Canada,
Canada,
hey.
Toronto, be in Toronto somewhere,
but
overseas somewhere.
but they need somebody like that because it was like, hey, you got rid of Demar and you realize it wasn't Demar's fault.
What's that?
When Toronto kept getting bounced out in the finals,
Yeah,
conference finals, it's like it wasn't Demar's
man.
fault.
You gotta be. That was a. I mean, for the. I know it was tough for Demar, but you gotta admit though, for the Raptors to get Kawhi for that 1 year, that's probably was the best
uh,
1 year rental they could have got. I
look,
mean,
look. What's
Everything
it?
went their way. They got there. The Warriors. They got injured.
Let me tell you who somebody hitting. They hitting licks everywhere they go, and they the biggest man. That boy Saki him. I said, boy, this
Oh,
boy hitting
Pascal
licks.
Siakam.
Man,
Pascal Siakam. Yeah.
this boy's hitting
Right
licks
place at the
every
right time, man. Then he tall, man. I mean, he got some moves. He was 6'11", and
man,
man, he just got that motor, man. I mean, he don't
man,
make a lot of noise. He don't make a lot of noise. He don't get in trouble. People don't realize that PR, man, can get
man.
you an extra 20 million
No,
off the rip. You know what I'm saying?
listen,
Just staying out of trouble, man. You know what I'm
listen,
saying?
listen. He hit Toronto for like one some. Hit
Yeah.
Houston for like one some, and
Hmm.
now he just hit
No, he
Indiana.
never went to Houston. He didn't go to
Yes,
Houston, did he?
no. Where you go? Where you go?
No, he went to Toronto. And they traded him to the Pacers.
Pace.
What's his name went to Houston? The little light skinned dude.
Oh, gosh,
Forgot his name, but
gosh.
um, with the two
The
name, the
guard,
hyphenated name. Yeah, the
Van
guard.
Fleet, Van Fleet.
Yeah, Van Vliet. Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So Pascal
Yeah.
hit him for like three something altogether.
Yeah.
I said, man, you
Yeah.
can't beat that.
Can't beat it at all. Yeah.
Hey, that's
And
what I
like I say, he
say.
don't get into trouble. He's a safe bet. He don't get into trouble. Stay out the way.
Mm-hmm.
Just do his thing. I mean, he balled out against the Knicks. I mean, he balled out. He gave them a lot of I think with a system of training camp together with him
I
and
think.
Halliburton, that might be pretty good though.
Hey,
That
they
might be
gonna
pretty
mess
good.
around. Paul George gonna end up back in Indiana.
Ooh, ooh,
They gonna mess
ooh.
around. He gonna end
I
up
wonder
back
can he
in.
play with them though? Do he have his
Yo,
ego? His
he,
ego kind of inflated, man. You know
yeah.
what? But
Hey,
yeah,
I think he that might be his best bet if they offer him the max.
I
Cause
was
that's
saying
my
the Heat, but they was trolling me on TikTok. Said he ain't got enough money. But
who
you know somebody else he could probably go to. People sleeping on.
who
They right up the road from the Clippers, not the Lakers, the Kings.
man. Nah.
They go with what's the name? But
I, I,
Malik Monk just signed like what 70, 80
I,
million.
I couldn't see PG in the Kings
You
jersey.
couldn't. If
Nope.
they gave him their money, you could see him there. They gave him that 200 mil. You could see him
Mm-mm.
there.
And Indiana up that price.
I think New York said they was looking at him too. I was looking at
Yep.
Bleacher
And I
Report.
was
They
say if
said
it
New
was if
York.
it ain't Indiana, it'd probably be New York. I could see that. I could see
I could
that.
see him going to the Heat, man. If they had the money, I could see him going to the Heat, man.
No sir. That culture
What do you think
different.
about Clay, man? What do you think about Clay?
Clay is man. People sleeping on that. They they
Cause he's
sleeping
not in his
on him.
prime. You got to realize that too. He not in his prime. He's still a good shooter though. Cause he a shooter. Shooters
Mm,
don't lose that. He's not in his prime. But I think if he went to the Lakers though, he don't even got to run around screens. He can just stand in the
mm,
corner and just catch and shoot. That's all he got
mm.
to do.
But he still
He
gonna want to
probably
be.
ain't got to run up and down the court, huh?
He still gonna want to be active. But they ain't gonna with the West Coast.
Yeah, I don't know.
It
Yeah.
ain't acceptable like that. It ain't. They gonna
But
expect more
with the
out of
Lakers
you.
offense, all they do is have their shooters in the corners though. Cause when they double LeBron,
Mm-hmm.
they pass it out and just catch and shoot.
Yo, but Clay's,
So
I think his was what leg he injured? His left leg it was his left one or right one? I think it was his
damn, one of them.
left one.
But yeah,
Whichever one he jump off of, I think it's his left one. I think it's his left one.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't know. For you to get traded to Golden State, or even just in a free agency and end
I
up
think he a
in.
free agent. I think he unrestricted maybe.
Yeah,
I think
but
he
he got.
unrestricted. He trying to get like a max deal, but most teams trying to offer him like a 2 year deal, like a short term deal.
Yeah, and I
And I
can
think
see
he
that
trying to
with
get
the.
like a 3 or 4 year deal, as much as he can, because he doing this probably his
Yeah,
last contract that he gonna
because
get the
what he.
bag on. Rest on probably be like veteran minimum kind of stuff. I
What
think
Clay
if you ain't got no
31,
ego,
32? What
yeah, I
Clay
think if you don't got
32?
no ego, I think that's the hard part, right? Realizing that you're
Mm-hmm.
not in your prime, so you don't get
Mm-hmm.
that prime kind of money. But if you don't got no ego, how you can kind of still be in the league, but you just don't be on TV. You kind of
Mm-hmm.
like a Udonis Haslam kind of person. It's real
Yeah,
quiet.
yeah,
He just don't make a lot of
yeah,
noise. Still getting the bag. It's just you're not getting the big bag, but you're getting bags though. It's enough to live
yeah,
off of. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But
Way
I don't
more.
know. I think Clay probably gonna end up retiring. When you making, 30,
Nah,
40 million consistently, then you go to
nah.
making 5 million because off veteran minimum. A lot of people can't handle that. But
Clay love
us
basketball too
regular
much.
people, we'll be like, man, give me that all day. You know what I'm saying?
Now Clay love basketball too much for him to just go out like that. To
I
go out
think
like
it's for see what I'm looking at it from. I understand you love the game, but the thing is your prime. You when you past your prime,
Mhm.
but you
Mhm.
still want to make as much money as you can before you retire. How much money can you really get from them before you're done? That's
I,
all I'm
I,
saying.
and I don't think Clay like that. As
Yeah,
far as you still
yeah, I
gonna
get
want
it.
to get you still gonna want to get your money, but at the same time, can Steph win without Clay and Draymond? Can Draymond and Steph win without Clay? That's the narrative that's gonna be pushed, and then it don't let him end up playing with quote unquote the old king. Man, it's gonna be trouble. It's gonna be beef every time we go to every time we go to the Bay. It's gonna be a new rivalry again.
I don't know if Palinka want to pay Clay though, man. Dude be on some other stuff.
Oh,
If Palinka got Clay, I'll be thinking y'all trying to win the championship for real.
mm-hmm.
But Palinka, man, they'll have to get rid of Palinka, man. He not a
Yeah,
good GM, bro. He's just not.
yeah,
That's just my opinion. I don't think he is. I think
yeah. I told her when I when we won that quote unquote Boba championship, I was like, that was Magic team put together.
yeah,
It really was on the cool, but it was like
yeah,
that was really Magic move. It's like, man, you see, a lot of them players, man, once they had them 1 or 2 year deals,
yeah.
shit, they went over there. I saw Caruso. Then he went to OKC.
Oh, they trade him. Yeah, the Bulls trade him.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think the Bulls trying to rebuild. Now that's who
yeah.
they should get. The Lakers. They can get him for the low Demar, the mid-range monster. Man,
Man, Ben said, I
boy,
said before they had got
woo,
Westbrook, I was like, boy, y'all should have got the Rose. I was
woo,
like, boy, y'all tripping.
boy, had him shooting that mid. LeBron attacking the basket. Man,
Now,
what?
if Magic was there, he would have got him there. He would have got him
Yeah,
there. He would have got him there.
yeah. So tell me this: is Caitlin Clark signing with everybody now? Even though she's like the next greatest hype, the great,
Yeah,
the
get
movie,
your
The Great
money.
White
Yeah,
Hype.
yeah, get your money, baby. Baby, go get your money.
She just signed with Nike. She signed with Gatorade.
Yeah, they just had a commercial with her.
I think I
Just
seen
had
a
a commercial.
commercial. She was on Chick-fil-A. I think she was doing a
Mm.
Chick-fil-A commercial or something. What she was?
Hey, if they ain't paying,
Man,
then if they ain't paying, you don't get your endorsements.
boy, get them endorsements, boy. Man,
Man,
boy,
go ahead. I get the front and the back end.
boy, all of it, even the middle end.
Yo, quit playing.
Yeah. So she
But
out there
it's
like the Big Show.
yeah, not a little rock big show, but I'm just
Oh man. Here
no.
go the stinger, man. This is crazy. This is definitely oh I need to redo that. Hold on, let me change that. It says Matt Stafford wife now when they was in college. Pretty much, she said Matt Stafford was selling her a dream, and she realized that she wanted more out the relationship because she
Mm.
probably figured Matt Stafford was gonna get drafted, and she didn't want to get left behind. So she was quoted by saying, "I dated the backup to make him jealous, and it worked." Man, girls do this stuff all the time, but a lot of times it don't work. A lot of times you may do that, and you get stuck with the backup now because you want to play those games.
Yeah.
But she probably knew Matt Stafford was gonna fold. But what you think about that though, bro? Before I get deep into that, it's pretty crazy.
Oh,
But
yeah,
girls
no,
do that kind of stuff, but all the
I want to
time,
hear. I want to hear your thoughts on it, cause
huh?
I want to hear your thoughts on
No,
that.
when people know that you're a professional athlete, bro, like you think he played for Georgia, I think. Hey, you probably hearing his name on ESPN, hearing Mel Kiper talking about him,
Mm-hmm.
and any girls that's associated with you, they gonna try their best to hold on because they don't want to lose.
Mm-hmm.
the lifestyle that they think that you're gonna get, by being in the NFL, especially a quarterback too. You know what I'm saying? So a
Ain't that
lot
the
of
one?
times when you're successful, man, people around you think different than what you normally would think. From what I'm seeing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if he was just a regular dude, it probably wouldn't even be an issue, right? It's just a
Yeah.
casual relationship. When it's done, it's done.
Yeah.
But when people think that you're gonna have millions of money, it's
Mm-hmm.
not done. They gonna try to latch on and hold on as long as they can. And then when they see that you're not gonna stay with them, they either gonna try to extort you or try to do some way to try to get money up out of you. You know what I'm saying? To get something out the deal, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
What?
So
And she said that publicly?
yeah, on a podcast, sure. And I mean,
Cool.
this was when they was in college. But yeah, she just said that. Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
like people thought that she was saying that she was they was passing her around like jelly beans in the bowl at grandma's
Mm-hmm.
house. You know what I'm saying? That's what they thought. But I
Yeah.
think what she was saying was they was just casually dating. They wasn't like
But did he
boyfriend and
hit?
girlfriend. He was just smashing pretty much.
Did
And she
the
wanted
backup
more.
hit?
She wanted more. So she dated. She probably went and talked to the backup guy, and he probably found out it was like, nah, maybe I need to keep on the team. I don't know.
So did he
Most
hit?
dudes though, 90% of the time that don't work. That's like the 10% that it
Yeah.
worked. When I say that was a gamble, that's no different than going to the casino and pulling a slot machine, hoping you get three cherries. I guess you know what I'm saying.
Mm.
Cause most of the time, most dudes be like, "Oh, that's how you want to play. Well, stay over there and play with him." You know what I'm saying? But not everybody different, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes like girls like that. It's a
uh,
reason why dudes keep them around. You know what I'm saying? Because of the skill level, right?
mm. She had
The
that
skill
hot too.
matrix. The
She had
skill
that hot
matrix, right?
tool. She had
Yeah.
that hot tool.
Yeah, had that hot to
She
it. Ah!
had that hot tool. I can't. Oh,
Oh
I
man.
I can't let my best garden tool go. I can't let my best garden tool go.
Oh
She
man.
had that hot tool. Hey,
And then
sit on
shoot,
that
she
thing.
said what she said. Bill Cosby said he probably gonna be in the first round. She told him.
There can be only one.
Yeah, she said it could be only one. So she tried to lock it down. And that's the
Yeah.
thing, man. People try to lock you down. Like think about when we was young, right? If we would have
Whoa.
had like money, how many girls you think would have tried to lock us down or any kind of
Hey,
potential? You know what I'm
some
saying?
hey, some did.
Not me. That's
Some
like Mike
no
not
some
going. That's like Mike crazy. He not going for that, man. You know what I'm
no
saying?
no listen.
But
When I say
but
some did, I'm talking about
yeah.
the ones like they was like, oh yeah, he's going pro. Goddamn,
Mm-hmm.
now you just stuck with a sorry baby daddy. Goddamn.
Yeah. Said he didn't go pro for, but he went for
Yeah.
40 on you. Now you got the
Oh,
kid. You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
Well, 12 for 12. You hear me?
Oh man, that's
Hey, that
funny.
boy don't miss.
But yeah, that's pretty crazy though. I think when you dealing with money, man, you got to be careful who you dealing with people, man, because
Man,
when you
that
when
is.
you I've noticed that when you younger, like regular people, when you don't have money, man, the relationships are pure, your friendships, everything. But when you
Mm-hmm.
start coming into success and meeting different people, you have to think about who am I dealing with? Are they
Mm,
just around me because of what I am or what I can help them do? Or are they around me because they genuinely want to be around me? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I
yeah,
definitely. Hey, and it's so sad because you be like, dang, you really don't know who is for you and who's just
yeah,
around just
and it's even
because.
and it's even tougher though when you can't understand it, you can't discern it, and then when
Mm-hmm.
you come into money, when everybody coming at you in the drones now instead of like
Boy.
here and there. Now you got everybody want to be around you. Everybody want
Mm-hmm.
to be your friend. I can't
Hey,
even imagine how crazy
yeah.
that is.
Now everybody got a
Everybody,
sad
you know what I'm saying?
story. Everybody
Like
got a
Nick, like
sad
nah, you
story.
like Nick West. You like Nick West. You know what I'm saying? I'm 35 a ticket. You got dudes following you everywhere. Everything you say funny, man. You know what I'm saying? Look the
Mm-hmm.
sun up.
Mm, mm, mm.
Oh man, that movie was
Hey,
crazy. But that was
hey.
actually crazy though.
And sometimes I be so glad. I'm like, I'm so glad I'm not like famous or successful. Not no,
Oh,
just
yeah,
famous, not successful. Because
yeah.
success is it all depends on who you are. But I'm just so glad I'm not famous like that to where people be like, man, every corner you hit or every store you go in, people gonna be wanting something from you. Like,
When
dang,
you get that famous though, you just can't be in the hood no more, bro.
mm,
You have to realize that you just can't. You
yeah,
just gotta hope that the money match the fame. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
The money match the fame because you can't. Even in Little
mhm.
Rock, like if you become famous, you probably gonna have to live in the Heights, or you're gonna have to live.
No, you're gonna
You
have to
can't
move,
live.
buddy. You
No, you can
move.
live downtown or something. You
No,
just it's just
sir. No,
yes,
sir.
yes,
No,
yes,
sir. Get up out of here.
yes,
Get up
yes.
out of
You can still
here.
live in Little Rock. There's places you can live. You just gotta know where to go. There's places you can live in Little Rock. Yeah,
No, sir.
yeah.
If it ain't fully gated like that, and
That's
when
what
I
I'm saying. It's gated. The further
when
you go back, it's little gated communities. Like
like when I say gated, I'm talking about a real security armed
yes,
guard at the door. But
it's here. I'm telling
yeah,
you, it's here.
but that
You
ain't
just gotta know
stopping
where it's
nothing.
at.
That ain't
I've seen
stopping
it.
nothing.
That's
That
why
ain't
I say you
stopping
get some
nothing.
land and build your own fort. You get some land like
Yeah,
out there by Highway 10 somewhere, Pinnacle
yeah.
Mountain. Build some land. So guess
Get
what?
on
It's enough
now.
room on the land,
That's
almost 30 acres. So if you come out here playing, if you can reach the
yeah.
middle where the house is, if you can reach there once you cross that gate,
But
let's play
that's
a game. Let's see if you can reach the house.
yeah. But that's a different level. Of, people that do that, that's a different level of success around here.
Yeah.
But
But you gotta think though, the properties that you can get around here is not like LA. It's way cheaper than LA
mm-hmm,
on a relative
mm,
term, right?
mm-hmm,
Yeah. But you
mm-hmm.
can do it though. You could definitely do it.
Oh, but
Yes.
that's
It's a
well,
lot of people. It's a lot of people that live here
well we
that's making that kind of money, but they so low key. They don't go to the same places we go. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. What I was speaking on, I wasn't talking about this sports and sports level type
No, no, no,
of
no, no. I'm not
uh
right. Exactly.
yeah.
Like you ever been back there, the Two
Hold on,
Rivers Park?
nah, I don't know what that's.
See, you don't even know what that is. We and I take the kids back there every now and then. His house is right there on the river, bro. I'm talking about right there
No,
on the. They can see the river from their window.
no.
And I know them houses ain't cheap. You know what I'm saying? But don't nobody
When
ride back there.
now when you
You don't
say
even, people
two,
don't even know where that is,
now
huh?
when you now when you say it, I don't know the name of it. I don't
Okay.
know.
You know
I
where
don't know.
Cantrell is? You know where Kroger's on Cantrell is?
Now say less. Now if you say something like that, then yeah, I know what you're talking
But
about.
what I'm saying is most people they may know where it is, but it's not like in the back of their head. Like it's
Mhm.
not like they just know how to get there though.
Uh,
Like where what's the boxer, Jermaine Taylor? That
yeah,
you gotta pass that neighborhood up before you get to Two
yeah,
Rivers Park, and that's on top of the mountain and it's gated.
yeah,
You can't get up in there. It's a
yeah.
lot of people live up in there too.
Yeah, trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me. I know a lot of places now. The names. I'm too old now, but like, yeah, back then, yeah, it wasn't too
It's a
many
lot. I'm saying
places.
what I'm saying is it's a lot of places back up in there like when you go further out that you can
Now,
go to that don't nobody even know what's back there. The average person
now,
from the hood don't even know what it, man, just getting out there is a lot. To get
now,
out there
when
for them is a lot. Go ahead.
when I was think maybe hold on, let me think. I think I was probably like 12 or 13.
Yeah.
Man, we went to this. I call it a mansion. We
Yeah.
went to his house for a birthday party,
Yeah.
bruh. It was the biggest freaking house I ever seen.
Mhm.
But it was on the outskirts of Little Rock. But I think it probably might have
Mhm.
been still considered Little Rock. I said,
Mhm.
man, it took it took 40 minutes to get there
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
from the main, but
Yes. How
but it
somebody
was
gonna try to rob you and you stay 40 minutes out?
like ain't
If they
nobody.
even know where you at,
Yeah.
40 minutes out.
I said,
Yes, that's
man,
all I'm trying to say.
yeah,
They don't go to the same grocery stores. Like,
yeah.
how many people from Southwest go to Whole Foods? Nobody from South would go to Whole Foods. Probably a
Yeah.
very few. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
Kroger's, you know what I'm saying, way out there somewhere on Cantrell. Well, people don't go out there. I go out there sometimes and I don't see nobody that we know out there at
man,
all. Matter of fact, I just went to the Kroger's on Kavanaugh, and I ain't seen nobody in there that we knew. In
Yeah,
Kavanaugh.
I
And
can't
that's the
say
heights. Think about
I,
that. And that's the heights. You know what I'm saying? So
I
it's
can't
definitely
say the same
possible.
because I can't say the same because shoot, no matter where I go, I'm still gonna bump into somebody I know. At least one.
Man, I
At
went,
least one.
I say about this afternoon, right before we text, I stopped by Kroger's to pick up something real fast. And I went to the one on Kavanaugh, and I didn't see nobody in there that I
Mm.
knew.
Uh,
What is the heights? Nobody. I mean, you ain't from the. Them people don't even go in the heights like that. You know what I'm saying?
shit.
It was in the heights. Like I didn't for the longest. For me, I didn't even know what Pulaski Heights was. I know people say they went to PH, but if I never rode down there and seen it for myself, I wouldn't have never knew what it was. I wouldn't even care because I don't. I'm not from that side of town. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I had to tell my
Yeah,
kids, man, I used to work out here, and
yeah.
when I was younger, I was like, man, shit, I know
It's
this.
just like with Fush. How many people really know what Fush is?
They know, but they don't know.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of neighborhoods that's nestled in like that. If you don't know, you'll pass right by and won't even know.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
but
Be-
it, like I say, when it comes to Little Rock, I it wasn't too many cracks and crevices that I haven't been through. Now
But what I'm
yet,
saying, that's us. We probably like the 1%, but the
yeah,
majority
yeah, you
don't go
right.
through cracks and crevices though. They just don't. You know what I'm saying? Believe me, I done scraped a lot of street. I done been to some places. I was like, wow, I didn't know this was back here. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
it.
But most people don't go back there. Like go on Pinecone, go down Hilaro Springs, go all the way back in the countryside. How many
Yeah.
people really go back there? You know what I'm saying? No people, that many people go back there. I
Hey,
drive through there with the wife sometimes. She's like, "Where we going?" I'm like, "I know where we
uh,
going. Just chill out." She's like, "Man, I didn't know
uh,
all this was back here."
I
But
had
yeah,
to tell a few people. They was like, "Yeah, we about to move to Little Rock, and we found a house over here on Pinecone." I was like, uh, it ain't
it depends
bad,
on what area.
but it
What
ain't.
the
They,
area you staying in
it was
Pinecone.
a
I know
rough
some areas
part.
they ain't gonna
It
bother.
was a
Oh, it
rough
was.
part. I
Yeah.
was like,
Well, well, there
I
you
said,
go.
first of all, did it have grass in the yard? She's
Boy,
like, no, I don't think it was too much. I said, let me see the houses across the street. That ain't it.
yeah.
That ain't it. Not
Change. Life and
saying,
change now. A lot of them dudes
not
dead and
yeah.
gone
Like
now.
I said, everything's changing because everybody
Yeah.
moving out there to Bryant and Benton. And I said, boy,
And then
y'all got to,
generations of people are just changing. Like people just like
uh,
say, we starting to be the older people now. So a lot of the younger kids coming up, they're not on the same stuff that
shit.
was on.
Excuse
You know
me,
what I'm saying?
shit. Hey, them kids
Uh-huh.
worse now, man.
Man.
Them
I know
kids
some kids out
worse.
there. I mean, some kids out there, but it ain't as like it. Well, I
Mm,
guess what I'm saying is it's not as is in the drones. It's more like outliers. It's not like drones of kids doing it. It's more like depending on what area you in. Like what I'm saying over there about what I'm saying that area between 12th Street and Asher.
yeah.
Boy, that's like the straight drop. I mean, over there, like Oak Street and all that, man, it's still
Yeah,
crazy over there.
it's still the hood. Like,
Mm-hmm.
don't get it confused. That's why I say don't. That's why I was telling people like, don't get it confused. Like, I be around people that not be around them, but I be around people that still, it's still day to day around there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but who am I to judge? Who am I to
That's the thing,
judge?
man. When people say, "Who am I to judge?" Right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to judge anybody, but you have to make judgment calls every day. That's what
Yeah.
separate people. That's what separate people from doing stuff. Like, but people say they don't judge, but when you meet somebody, you have to make a judgment call. Do I keep dealing with this
Yeah.
person, or do I
Yeah.
do I just stop after dealing
Oh,
with this person? You know what
no,
I'm
I
saying?
don't judge them. I judge my thoughts and actions, or where do I want to continue going with this. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't let people know where I stay.
Mm-mm.
I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody.
No, I
Yeah,
guess what
we.
I'm saying is that majority, that herd mentality, like they say,
Mm,
don't judge me. I think the
man.
kids have to understand life is about judgment. Some judgments are
Mm,
good. The better you get at it, the better off you'll be. You have to
yeah,
make judgment calls. You know what I'm saying?
not the person, the actions. Like, your actions make
Yeah.
me.
Even a
Yeah,
person. How do you know a person is a bad person if you don't make that judgment that they're a bad person? How do you know?
their
You see what
actions.
I'm saying? Like, You have to
That's
make
how
that kind of judgment.
I lead off the actions for the person.
Right. Right. And I'm talking about patterns. Even before the action, the pattern that this person show. Like
Hmm.
a person that's on drugs, they show you a pattern of stuff that they do
Yeah,
before they even do
yeah.
the action of drugs. They show how
Yeah,
a
that's the
pattern.
second part.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But you got to be able to see that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
There's no book to teach you, or maybe it is. I don't know. But I'm saying, growing up in the hood, you learn through
Yeah.
experience. Like the
Yeah.
pattern that's being shown, I'm not fooling with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But also that's what I say, like when I used to play ball and stuff, I was like, man,
yeah.
I go out there, I go out there and hoop. Shit, I come home and make a spread. I ain't know that's what it was called.
Yeah.
I come home, I make a spread. They be like, man, y'all eat like this? Yeah. This is this what it is. This is a different type of hunger around here.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
and that
But yeah,
that
I just, when people say that though, I think sometimes I don't think they realize what they be saying. Like, don't judge me, don't judge me. I'm not judging anybody, but I gotta make judgment
but
calls.
I'm
I
judge
can't put
actions
myself in no
though.
bad position. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
I can
judge
put myself
actions.
in a bad position.
Don't make me don't put me in an uncomfortable position to where I got to judge you. No, now I gotta judge you,
Mm-hmm.
man. Wait a minute.
Cause guess what? You go in that courtroom. Guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna get judged.
Yeah, you're
What?
going to.
Yeah,
And
man.
then you hope they remain solid. Because if not, it's like, damn.
Yeah.
What was that movie? Kids need to watch this in school. What's that movie?
What's that?
What's that movie Master P put out?
Oh, locked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that movie was crazy, man. But
They
yeah,
need they that's one of them when people have to watch movies in school. I said, man, y'all need to watch something like this. Cause y'all think being street and whoop de whoop whatever. And then you got somebody playing ball and you got him out here on some goofy time. Dang.
yeah. Yeah, you gotta
Dang.
make that judgment call. This ain't cool. And that's the thing, But some kids
Mm,
think that's the play, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And you think about sports. I always ask you, what's at the end of what you're doing? Like at the
Mm-hmm.
end, if you win, you can win an NBA title. But what's at the end of streets when you in the streets? What's at the end?
Well,
You
hey.
either going death, jail, or you're
Yeah.
gonna be broke because you can't do what you was
Yeah.
doing. You can't sustain that
Yeah.
because it's
And hope
illegal.
and hopefully you check out before you even get too deep into it. Like check out. Like it ain't that ain't for me.
That's the thing, bro. Like
And
most dudes that I knew that sold crack, the money came so fast that you can't. It's hard to replace it with something else because it seems like it's so slow. You see what I'm saying?
yeah. Hey Mo
And I think sometimes that's what get a lot of people is the rabbit hole of the money coming so fast. I mean, you making 1,500 in 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? These things, I don't even know where they even get the money from. It's crazy, but they do. But making that much money that fast
yeah.
and you have to stop and work a job and you're only making probably $200 a day. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? If you
Like
could get that, you know what I'm
like
saying?
I consider it's like addiction. Even with
Yeah,
everything is basically addiction. That's how I look at it.
yeah,
Like
for sure, 100%.
money come in is addiction. You play sports and you realize how good you is, that's an addiction when you're like, shit, can't nobody stop me. That's an addiction.
Yeah, yeah,
You wanna go to school? Man, yeah, I got this, but I want more. That's an addiction. It's like it everybody got to figure out
So is it an addiction or is it more will to
it's
drive
a
yourself?
it's
Is it
a
addiction or is it more of
it
a will
start
kind of deal?
it's it's really an addiction because you can will
I can
yourself to
see that
do
though.
yeah you can will yourself to do anything you want to do in life, but
That's why I was trying
with
to tell you about Michael Vick, but y'all said he didn't. I was trying to tell y'all you could will yourself, but y'all say y'all thought he did. But I don't think he did.
yeah, but that's a different thing. You know what I'm saying?
What's the difference? What's the
It's
difference?
a
What makes
big
it
it's a
different?
big difference, Mike. It's a
I'm
big
saying
difference.
I'm just asking you what makes it different though. What makes it different?
when it wasn't even him that was doing
Doing what?
the dog stuff, fighting
No,
the
no, no, not
dog,
the dog stuff. I'm not talking about the dog stuff. I'm talking about like strictly on the
playing
field, like
strictly on the field. But
playing football.
that's what
Yeah.
hindered it. Like he was,
Because I mean, if you get
they
into
had
that,
the
I mean, go
all
ahead,
right.
go ahead.
They had that poor ass offensive line there. Everybody know his right side, his right tackles and all that. That
Hmm.
was poo. That's why when he broke out, he always went what left.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this: did Peyton Manning have a good team?
Yes, way
Mm.
better.
He had an okay team, but
No,
what
he
I'm
had a
saying
way
is,
better
well, this is
team.
this this is what I'm saying, right? Okay,
Way better.
there are some things. There are some things that you cannot get as an individual, or you can't train because that's just a natural talent. But as far as the quarterback position, to be able to know, I understand the offensive line. I do. I
Mm-hmm.
understand that.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is to stand up in the pocket and say, this
Mm-hmm.
receiver's running a curl route, this
Mm-hmm.
receiver's running an out route, and this
Mm-hmm.
receiver's running a slant.
Mm-hmm.
To be able to read each one of those and make that call to throw the
Well,
ball,
you ain't
you
got
can
enough
improve on
time.
it. No, no, no. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you can improve on that. So when the time
Uh,
comes, you showing out. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm
quick,
saying.
look at Vic receivers that he had, and look
Yes, you
at
got good receivers. You had a running back too.
listen,
Remember, he had
look
Warwick
at
Dunn.
look at
He had Warwick Dunn. They should call it DVD. Warwick Dunn, Michael
look
Vick,
at
and
the receivers and running backs. Damn, didn't Peyton play with Edgerrin James? If
yeah,
not
they
the
got
top,
they
one of the
and they
top
got
10 running backs ever.
watch this. And then when they when they could re-sign him, they just plug somebody in. But he just
You
started
see?
throwing the ball, bro. Like the
Do
offense,
you
right? You
blame
know
the
what I'm saying?
system or the player?
What's that?
Either or. Do you blame the
No, the
system or the
system,
player?
the front office in the business of
Do
football.
you blame the
Sure,
system or the player?
you know
Quit playing.
it's the
Yeah, you
front
don't
office of
blame.
football, man.
You don't.
It's the
You
front
don't.
office of football.
That city didn't have no excitement in football since what's his name? Jamal
Who?
Anderson. Was it Jamal Anderson? Yeah.
Oh, you
It
talking about
doesn't.
Atlanta? You talking about Atlanta?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Like Vic.
system. I think that the thing is, man.
Vic was
Um,
like Vic is what Allen Iverson was to the NBA.
no, what I'm saying is that we talking about judgments and decision making.
Yeah.
When you get to the league and you at that level and your homeboys don't realize like some things we just can't do
Yeah.
now, you have to make a judgment call, whatever that
Yeah.
judgment call is. And he stayed, he stayed with him. He kept him on the team. You know what I'm saying? But he say that. He say that in so many ways too. He had to just that was
Yeah.
his homeboy. That's who he rolled with.
Yeah.
It's messed up because they didn't give him that
That
same
about
kind of.
yeah.
They didn't
That's
roll with him. They let him go down by himself. You know what
what
I'm
he
saying?
say. He's loyal to the soil. It's certain
Yeah.
players that that a lot of us won't accept no slander from about. And that's people like Allen Iverson, Michael Vick. And there's one
Yeah.
more. Who was the other one? And Dion. Well, no slander.
Because I
You
mean,
can't
even when
slander them.
do you think that Allen Iverson could have hit the weights, or he just didn't want to?
He could have. He didn't want to.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying about Vic. I
But
just think that's
could
what he
you
didn't
imagine
want to
Allen
do.
Iverson at 220 pounds? He couldn't move like
He
that.
don't have to be 220. I'm just saying he could have been like
Could you?
205, just
No.
leaned in the
Could you
mud.
imagine? You couldn't.
What's that?
You couldn't
He could.
imagine.
He probably would have been cold because I mean he could take the contact. I mean he could pretty much like
No,
you could
sir.
knock him down. Imagine Allen
No,
Iverson,
sir.
you can't knock him down. He going to the basket and you can't
Uh-uh.
impede his progress. Imagine
Uh-uh.
that.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't there. It wasn't there. It was like Iverson. They say 6 foot, but he really 5'11".
Yeah,
You know what I'm
he about
saying?
5'10", 5'11",
Yeah, you know
easy.
what I'm saying?
You know what I'm
And
saying?
as a
But
little
them
person,
Reeboks had a thick sole. Them Reeboks had a thick
yeah,
sole
you
though.
maybe.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why them question mids is my favorite to this day. I'm trying to
Yeah,
tell
them
you,
man,
like,
you had
boy,
them
I'm
shoes
six
on, them
foot.
thick shoes, man.
I'm
Had them
six
heavy
foot.
shoes on. They
Hey,
had them
don't let
heavy
me put
shoes
on
on.
Tim's. I'm 6'8". I don't care what nobody say.
He said 6'8" with the Timbs.
I'm 6'8" with these Tim's on. But
Yeah.
it's certain people that had they had that not just a fair shot. Vic was on top of his. He was on the top of the world, but God humbled him. He had to humble him. Like, hey man, it's like shit.
I
It
think I
ain't.
said, like, I tell kids, like, there are things that individually, some things like Peyton Manning's mind, his way of
Man,
looking at the game, you can't practice that. That's something that's him.
that's
But working on that
that's
pocket presence and stuff, that's the
man.
kind of stuff that you can work. I'm not saying I'm looking. I'm not trying to down Vic. I'm just saying, just like we
Mm-mm,
said, Allen Iverson could have lifted weights.
mm,
Like he sometimes it's quarterbacks that aren't that they don't have receivers, but because they know how to pass the ball, they
mhm.
make slaw receivers look good. You see what I'm saying?
It what and what's the difference between Peyton Manning and Steph Curry?
You said what?
What's the
Between
difference?
Peyton Manning and Steph Curry?
Yeah, what's the difference?
I think Peyton Manning, his behind the scenes preparation, like studying game film, studying defenses, like what defense they gonna run. If
Hmm.
they running a cover two or they running a cover three. Oh, we playing the Ravens. If Ray Lewis get down in his stance, they probably gonna it's a run defense.
Blitz.
If
Yeah,
he
yeah,
stands up, they probably gonna blitz. It's little detailed stuff like that.
yeah.
Everybody don't do that though. I
But
was watching Baron Davis. He was on a podcast, and he said that when he first met Kobe, he went to his house, and he said he went in the room. He said, "This is where I hang out at," and he said he just saw a wall full of film. He's like, "Dude, what are you in here watching?" He said, "Oh, I'll just be studying people, man, just studying their
hmm
moves and stuff."
hmm
Baron Davis said, "Man, I'm finna go hang out, man. I'm not finna do that. I'm finna go hang out."
yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's people. I'm
What
just saying it's
what
different stuff that
what
makes
is
the
the
difference.
difference? What's the difference between Kobe, Steph, and Peyton Manning now?
I
I
think
said I
Peyton and
said
Kobe. I
I
said
said
Peyton and
Peyton.
Kobe two different minds. They just
I
have they look at that
so
detail.
what's
They
so what's
study
the
the
difference
detail
between
stuff.
so what's the
I'm
difference
telling
between
you, they study the detail stuff.
this? Listen,
Peyton, and what's name study I don't know about Kirk because I never seen his workout, but he more working on his shooting. He more
yo,
driven around his ability. But I'm saying it's some people though.
what's the difference?
I'm telling you, they study the detail stuff. That's what I'm
Oh,
trying to tell you, the detail stuff.
now what
Like,
do they all have? What do they all have in common?
what you mean? I'll have it coming like what?
What do every last one of them three people have in common?
They tall? I don't know.
Every last one of them had fathers that played professional to begin with.
But his dad wasn't on Kobe level though.
Who?
His dad wasn't on that level. I
What do
think they
they all have?
all.
They already you already got a head start.
But there are people like Ray Lewis did the same thing. He didn't have that
Mm-hmm.
head start. He studied the detail. He said
Mm-hmm.
studying the details, even in life, in life, if you study the detail stuff, that will take you so much further. Like, what makes the difference? Why does this work and why it didn't work? Or
You
you can kind of tell when somebody about to show
yeah.
out. Like, okay, he leading up to this person about to show out. I'm about to bounce because he about to show out, based on the details of what I know about this person. They for the show out.
And how
But
many did Ray win?
he won two Super Bowls, right?
I think
Yeah,
Ray won.
yeah, he won two Super Bowls. Sure. Ray was the first one that talked about the detail stuff. When he said that him and Ed Reed, they would say like
Mm-hmm.
when Peyton Manning
Mm-hmm.
do this, I'm doing this because
Mm-hmm.
from my studies he gonna do this. He gonna
Yeah,
look me off,
that was just
and
from his
then
study. Them boys
yeah,
already had a
everybody.
head start. That's why I'm what I'm saying is don't get it confused like dang. Yeah, don't get it confused like I'm discrediting what you're
No, I
saying.
know what you're saying. Yeah, I know you're not.
Man, them
I'm
boys
just giving
are
you my
man, when
perspective.
you got people like that that already got a head start, Could you imagine? Could you imagine since the time you could pick up a football or a basketball, you think you just watching stuff. But in like even our kids now, they watch us do stuff and
I
it
think
becomes repetitive. You know what I'm saying? It
I think
becomes
based on their
repetitive.
brothers though, Peyton Manning just I think his mind just was different because
Yeah.
his brother wasn't like that. Eli wasn't like that, man. Was
You
nowhere
have
near
that's what I'm
like
saying. You have kids that
yeah.
you be like, man,
What I'm trying to say, the analytical. Everybody don't have the analytical ability. That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
People that's more analytical. I don't think you
Yeah.
get that from your parents. I just think that's just individually. Some people just like that
Mm,
individual. They just that analytical. They can see stuff from a different way. Sometimes my wife said my brain working like that.
mm-hmm.
I can analyze stuff not from a judgmental standpoint, but I can analyze it and see it from a different way. Kind of just get an understanding to how
Yeah.
things work and
Yeah.
learn how to operate in that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
But
just like you say, we talk about the herd mentality. You know what I'm saying? That herd mentality kind of stuff. Some people just don't think about that kind of stuff. It's just they just see it on social media. But when I see stuff, I know it's a herd mentality. That herd mentality kind of stuff, it get filtered out. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It don't stick out to me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. But
Like people
pe-
stunting on the gram. If you people stunting on the gram,
yeah, yeah.
you know how much stuff costs. You know what it is. You like, man, that's fake. You already know
Mm,
that's fake. You know what I'm saying? Person on here
yeah,
fronting and
yeah.
stunting. You know what I'm saying?
And also that's why I try to tell people like we can think like that and we can put it out there like that.
Right.
But also you have to be conscious of how you saying things because that's how people gonna perceive it. Like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I always tell people let the results like some people can't accept it. Even if your results don't match up with what you're saying, some people still can't accept that. If you say something but your results match up with that, people still won't
Yeah,
accept it. You know what I'm saying? Because they
that's
don't want
what
to
I'm.
do it.
That's what.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But
It
what
was
I'm
Michael
saying,
Vick. You can
if
do
he
that.
would have improved his pocket presence, do you think his results would have been like better, but just been incremental? It's just been incrementally different.
Who
If we
knows? It's
saying Pat
just
Mahomes was like a
uh,
9 in pocket presence and Michael Vick was a 5,
it.
could Michael Vick get up to like a 7 or 8 in pocket presence? That's all I was saying.
If you would have gave Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady uh those same offensive line, it
Tom
would have
Brady
been
played with some bad offensive lines in New England, bro.
shit. Shit,
He
they
did.
protect that. Shit, they.
Man, it was
You want
one
me to
year
tell
he
you
was
how?
getting
You want
sacked. He was
they,
getting towed up.
bruh? Your record speak for itself.
But the record is not just the quarterback and offensive line; it's the whole
Man,
team as a whole,
it's a
right?
whole team, right?
Right.
But you don't get 13, 13 wins or 10, 11 wins in that type of stuff. Now, I just witnessed well some years ago, but look at Aaron Rodgers, right?
So, the Patriots, right? You look at
Mm-hmm.
the Patriots' whole team. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't just the offense. He had like a complete team. That's why they was winning. The defense was
Yeah.
crazy. The
Yeah.
defense was crazy. So the offensive line
So
it
so now
compensated for some of those bad plays. Go ahead.
so now it wasn't so now it wasn't the offense, it was the defense
But
part
what
of
I'm
it.
saying is, from an individual standpoint, though,
Mhm.
Tom Brady still improved his pocket presence year over year, even with
Brady
a bad
always been
offensive
that
line.
dude.
But
He
what I'm
just
saying,
couldn't
even with a
Brady just
bad,
couldn't
even
throw
with a
over 30
bad,
yards. He couldn't throw
but
over
listen what I'm
40,
saying
50
though, even
yards.
with a bad offensive line, he still worked on his positive presence year by year. It got better.
No.
That's what I'm
No.
trying to tell you.
He ain't never had to work on it like that. Cause
Yeah, he did. Cause
Brady could
go ahead,
always pass 10, 20 yards. He always
dude.
could.
When Brady first came to the league, he was sitting on the bench. He was a bench
Yeah.
player. True or false?
True.
So when Drew Bledsoe got hurt,
My point exactly.
he said all you gotta do is throw it to the tight ends. Don't try to do nothing crazy. Don't do nothing crazy. Just throw it to the tight end. Let's
And
just
what
pass
did
the
it?
ball forward progress. That's what he did, bro. And
Because
he
he
got
couldn't
better after that.
because he
Individually,
couldn't throw he couldn't throw 40, 50 yards every time.
But even in
Vinny
that though,
did.
like okay, let me tell you this. Even with that,
Mhm.
the defense know that you can't throw it
You
40 or
can't
50
throw it.
yards.
But I
Listen to
pick
what I'm
your
saying though.
part.
He still was able to stand up and deliver the ball even when the defense knew what he was doing. That's what I'm saying. That
Yeah.
pocket presence changed the game for anybody.
But you
What
already
I'm
see
saying
it.
is there are some things in the game of football that
Mhm.
you can work on individually, and there's some things that's natural talent that just come with you. You know what I'm saying?
I get
That's
what you're
all I'm
saying.
saying.
Trust me, I get what you're saying.
That's all I'm saying. Like the
But
position of quarterback.
do you blame Michael Vick or do you blame the receivers for not knowing how?
What's that?
Because if your receivers only know how to run out routes,
Okay.
a, a
So
10
let me ask you
cutback.
this. Okay.
And
Let me ask you this.
I'm not the biggest football guru.
I'm not
But
either. I'm just telling you from an analytical standpoint. I can tell you this. Did Michael Vick work out with his receivers even after the season? Did he put that time in to work out with them to get them on the same page?
in Atlanta,
Yeah, I know other quarterbacks that did that. They do
it,
that.
it in Atlanta, no, you partying in Atlanta.
Okay.
But
Okay.
also, like you say, he probably have been working out with me. Like, damn, boy, these motherfuckers can't run around for nothing.
And that's where leadership, like development, come in. And how do you develop them? It takes time to develop something.
So the quarterback got to
Think
develop.
about when we first got married. We didn't know what it was like to be a husband. We just didn't. You don't know. You don't.
Mm,
But when you stay married and get in there, you figure it out, right? Year by year, right?
mm, I don't know.
Right?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, right.
Yeah. Same thing with the receiver. You have man, if they don't get it right that first summer, dude, we
Yeah,
coming back the next summer. We gonna meet in Arizona. We gonna get it right.
that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like
But you just said he was partying in Atlanta. You don't do that in Atlanta. It's partying.
I
It's
mean, you
party
still
time in
gonna
Atlanta.
part. I mean, that comes with the
But if
lifestyle. But
that's
you
what I'm
know,
saying, it comes with sacrifice. If you want to win, it comes with
yeah.
sacrifice. It's
But
the levels to it.
do you realize like how Atlanta, the Falcons was balling for some years straight. They ain't had no just terrible records the whole time.
No, they didn't.
So
Right.
they was clicking on certain cylinders, but people gotta understand, like, if you would have threw the same offensive line with you have Tom Brady with a certain line,
Man, Tom Brady, he didn't have no good lines the whole time. He had some bad
man,
offensive lines, bro.
stop
He
it,
had some garbage offensive linemen, man. It was
stop it.
sometimes, man,
That's
dude put
cow.
defensive linemen. Bill
That's
Belichick
cow.
sometimes put. Oh man,
That's
I can tell you
cow.
for a fact. Yes, it
Shit,
was one year where he got his knee blew out. I think he had got his knee
uh,
knocked out. That's why they changed the Tom. That's why they made the Tom Brady rule, because they hit him in his knee. That's the
no,
one of them years they
that
was
wasn't the
tearing him up.
lineman fault. That wasn't the lineman fault.
Who fault
That
was that?
that was the defensive playing fault because they knew what they
But
was
the lineman,
doing.
he got past the lineman though. He got
They know
past the
what.
lineman.
No, you can get past anybody, but once you hit somebody below the knee, you do
What
that
I'm
on
saying
purpose,
is
man.
he
Stop
had
it, Mike.
years that the offensive line wasn't
Stop it, Mike.
protecting him where he can throw the ball, man. That's what I'm saying.
Stop it, Mike. Stop it. You gotta
Okay,
stop it.
okay,
So, all
okay,
right. So that's the case. Yeah,
okay.
that's the case. Who had one of the best offensive line since 2000? Since 2000 to 2024. Name 4 or 5 teams that had the best offensive line.
Before what I'm telling you about, the Patriots had a bad offensive line. It was before 2024. It was like I want to say either 2016 to that 2018 period. It was something like that. One of those like in those years, something like that.
Not
He
the
because of
worst.
the salary cap, because of salary cap issues and people was retiring and stuff. He couldn't get the right turnover of people to protect Tom Brady, and dude was getting clocked. I mean, left
Dude,
and right.
that
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's one reason why he left the Patriots too. Went
he
to
couldn't
Tampa Bay
scramble.
because,
You couldn't
huh?
scramble. If I
No,
had
what
the
I'm
same,
saying.
if I
Go
had the
ahead.
same pocket protection that the ones you speak of, man, come on.
Because Peyton Manning, what made him good, even though his offensive line couldn't protect him all the way, was that
Oh,
he knew what defense. Listen to him. He knew what defense was going to do. So I think he may have been invented that on Madden, the hot
how,
routes and stuff.
how,
Like if you blitz me, I got a receiver running a hot route opposite of where your blitz is, and I'm giving him the ball. So if you
how,
blitz me, it's gonna hurt you. You know what I'm saying?
all
But
these pocket,
that's like I say, that's what. Go ahead.
all them pocket passes that you talking about.
Yeah.
How many times was they sacked?
Peyton Manning was sacked a lot.
What?
Yes. He wasn't
What?
sacked like all the time, but he had. It was some time when he first got to Indiana, they was terrible. He still was good, but the team,
Mm,
but the offensive line was terrible. But he still was getting his yards and stuff.
mm,
His pocket presence was still getting improved. They just wasn't giving him enough time to throw the ball though.
mm.
He was standing up straight in that thing though.
But they were giving them time.
What's that? Some quarterbacks have time and they still like you
Ain't
know
talking
how they
about
say,
some. I'm
listen
talking
listen to what I'm
about,
saying.
hey, ain't talking about
You know how they say, watch
some.
this. Watch what I'm about to say. Watch what I'm about to say. You know how they say that some quarterbacks they try to they gotta throw to a receiver that's wide open, then there's some quarterbacks that can throw a receiver open. You ever heard of that?
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is like there are some people who don't really work on it, so they'll throw it to a receiver, but they gotta be wide open. But in NFL, it's not like that all the time.
Uh,
You have to have a timing to stand in the
so,
pocket and throw the ball, and they might not even look
so with
open yet.
the,
They're not even done with their route yet.
in the AFC, in the AFC now,
Go ahead.
you think about who they got to play. Man, you got to have an offensive line. In the NFC, you can get away with it a little
What
bit.
I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying. You can have an offensive line, but if you
Mm.
still can't
If you
deliver that ball on time, like where you need to get that
man,
ball to, you're gonna still get sacked. You still, at
that's what
best,
I'm
the
trying to
best
tell you.
offensive line gonna
That's
give you
what I'm
three
trying.
seconds to throw the ball, right
That's
or
what I'm
wrong. The
trying to
best
tell you.
offensive line,
That's what I'm
and
trying to tell you.
that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like if you got two or three wide receivers set,
hmm
and they got corners on all of them,
hmm
and he run a slant route.
hmm
Can you throw the ball with him with the corner on his side, on his back pocket? Can
hmm
you get the ball to him? Some quarterbacks not gonna throw it at all. They're like, I don't even trust it. I'm not gonna throw it. I'm not even gonna try it. But in order to
Yeah.
get better in the pocket, you have to make those kind of passes in a tight window. You
I,
know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
I, so Brandon
Peyton
Moss,
Manning was good at that.
Randy
Hmm?
Moss in Minnesota. Who was
Man,
his
that's
court?
man. Randy Moss
Hold
is
on,
is
hold
an
on,
outlier. Go
hold
ahead.
on. Who was Randy Moss quarterback in Minnesota?
People with strong arms with a cannon for
That's
an
what I'm
arm. That's who
saying.
was his
Like,
quarterbacks.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Like, don't nobody
dude,
know. Don't nobody
dude. I,
know.
I know Dante Culpepper was his quarterback. Randall
Yeah.
Cunningham was his quarterback,
hmm
and
Just throw
I
it
think
up
those
there.
two until he got traded. Huh?
Just throw it up there. Just throw it
He
up
was
there.
so fast though. I mean, it took him about a second and a half to get up to speed and beat the corner though. Matter of fact,
Now,
before he even, but if a
so
quarterback was smart, like Dante Culpepper, he would throw it up before he even get it to
so
full speed, and he'll just go get it. Some
so
quarterbacks won't even do that though.
if Randy Moss was with the Patriots in his prime, how would the outcome be?
I
It would
mean,
be totally different.
even when he was with the Patriots though, that was unique.
He was
That what
still
was unique.
balling.
That what was unique about the Patriots in that Giants game. They should have won that game, but guess what?
Yes.
They only had Randy Moss. He couldn't get the ball out quick enough, man.
My point exactly.
Yeah,
It was
he
that.
was
It was
still
during
getting
that
off.
time. It was during that time that you saw they was protecting Tom Brady the whole time. Like I'm a Packers fan. We lost three, maybe four of our linemen before the injury. Like
Okay,
now
think
it's
about
now
what's
it's
the name, right?
Who?
Aaron Rodgers didn't always have a good offensive line either, bro. But his pocket
Never
presence was
had
so
one
crazy.
except the
But
year we won. I'm
think
trying.
about this though. Even when he didn't have an offensive line, he was still getting them yards throwing that thing though, right?
But what was he
Even
doing?
when he scrambled, he was still throwing the
What
ball to the receiver on the dime,
what
right?
was he doing? You had to scramble. The rest of
But
them,
what I'm
they couldn't scramble like that. Boy, it was gonna be a sack
so
every
pocket
time.
presence. What do you give Aaron Rodgers? Pocket presence, just throwing the ball, pocket passer. What do you give him throwing the ball?
Out of what?
Out of 10, 1 to 10. What do you
Man,
give him?
I'll give Aaron Rodgers 20 out of 10 every time.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But
Pocket passers.
he can
Go ahead.
scramble. That's what made him so dangerous. Cause he can run.
But what I'm saying is, if you gave the pocket presence that Aaron Rodgers had to Michael Vick, would Michael Vick be that different? He didn't have
If
that
if
pocket
if
presence that Aaron Rodgers had, right?
if no, if you would have gave Michael Vick the same thing, cause it wasn't it wasn't Aaron Rodgers' right hand. Michael Vick, they always collapse on the right side, so that's how he always spin and went to his left every time. And then you give him enough time, he gonna hit you with a 20-yard or 30-yard or just run it. Same way. I mean, same thing, man.
I'm just saying, over the history of the game, it seemed like scrambling quarterbacks, if
They
they
don't
would
last
add that to
long.
their game, they don't like because they don't add that to their game.
No,
Like
it's not
if
because it's not that they didn't add it to their game, but y'all ain't giving me nobody that's gonna help me. Shit.
so, when my guy that played for the Ravens, did he have a good team?
Who?
Um,
But who? Uh,
Ravens. Um,
I know you
my
ain't
guy, the
talking
quarterback,
about with Ray Lewis now.
Lamar Jackson.
There's
He had a good team. I mean,
yeah, he had a great
he had
team.
a good team. He couldn't pass in the pocket. They was dropping back. They said beat us passing the ball. He couldn't
Yeah,
do it, bro.
that that's
He couldn't throw it in those tight windows,
that's
bro. I'm
that's a
telling you,
that's a different player you talking about now.
man. What's the difference between him and Michael Vick?
A big difference. The game changed.
Man.
It evolutionized. Big
All right,
difference.
Stephen A. Smith said Stephen A. Smith turned down 18 million. He reportedly wants upwards of 25 million a year. What you think about that? Do you think he gonna get that 25 mil from
Mm-mm.
ESPN? Or he gonna play?
No,
He
sir.
playing chicken. He just playing
No,
chicken
sir.
right now.
No, sir. I already bought my stock in NBC.
you think he gonna go to NBC? You think so?
No, no, he's too loud. No, sir.
I
It's
think
loud.
that he's probably gonna. I think he probably trying to get like 21, 22 mil. I don't think he's trying to get 20. I think he's shooting high and hope they
Mm-mm.
fall in the 20s. I think he's just trying to get in the
Mm-mm.
20s for the mil.
Yeah,
Because if he know that ESPN let him go, it's gonna hurt that show big time. He
it's
know that.
gonna
They know that, and
Hey.
he know that I think if Stephen A. Smith was at 1 million something followers, he would definitely be pushing the envelope on how much they're gonna pay him. But he haven't got there because he really just started this year. But
Mm.
when he get to 1 million something followers on YouTube and he start doing that, I don't know if he gonna get to 1 million because he an acquired taste. You really gotta,
Nah,
kind of
I'm,
like listening to him. You know what I'm saying? Because that's his thing. That's the thing
listen,
that some people don't like. That's the thing what gets him over the top is being loud. You know
nah,
what I'm saying? So
it's the change is about the change is about to come and people gonna have to adjust to it. You at 25 million? Yeah, that's cool, but where you stay at? All right, then you might have to change the location so you can receive every bit of it. But no, I don't think he. I can't say what he gonna get, but in the
I'm just
same
predicting.
breath,
I think he gonna get in the 20s. He probably, if they settle, it's probably gonna be like 22, 21, 22 million, something like that. Just negotiation. Just
mhm,
understand how negotiation works sometimes. He's
you
shooting high, 25, but if they settle for like 22, between 20 and 23, I think he'll sign.
But you
But he
know
don't
what?
want to be under that. He don't want to be under 20 million. You know what I'm saying? Based on what he brings to the table, that's probably where he's looking at it from.
But
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
what like the NBA going back to NBC, right?
I think so. Yeah.
It no, that was I say I already bought my stock in. I already bought my stock into it. Well, it going back to NBC. So what they tell you?
Yeah. NBA. You know, NBA still got. I mean, ESPN still got rights too to the NBA
Yeah,
too.
yeah, that's those in between games. That
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
with that being said, with it changing, because every company, they do that like every 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
But
That's true.
with that being said, are they gonna bring back inside stuff? Because I could see him doing that.
I
I could
don't know,
see him.
man.
I'm
I
telling
don't think
you.
he. I don't think he. I
Mm-mm.
think he like the live show, like what he do with First Take. NBA Inside stuff is a
Yeah,
little bit more
yeah,
casual. I can't see. I don't know, man. I don't think he liked it. I think he liked the live. He liked the drama. He liked.
yeah,
So
yeah.
NBA Inside stuff wasn't like that though with Amari. It was more
It
laid back,
was,
kind of casual.
but he's so. What people not seeing is like the old Stephen A. He wasn't as loud as like that. Like
He even say that, but you know
how
what?
you
What
get
but the
brought.
new Stephen A. getting the bag. That's why I say I can't see
Mm-mm.
him going back to the old Stephen A. Because
I
old Stephen A. wasn't getting the
I
bag.
can. I can because you lost a lot of credibility. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
With the
people like him, it ain't about credibility in the streets. It's
mm-mm.
about corporate money, man.
I
So
get
I keep
that
trying to tell
part.
you that street code and corporate, man, don't
I
mix in
get
some
that.
ways.
I get now, trust me, I get the corporate part and the street part. But one can't exist without the other. It can't. It's
But it is all
impossible.
about what's worth more to you at some points in your life.
Yeah, but like you
Cause he's
say,
saying like I got corporate credibility. I may not have street credibility, but I got corporate credibility.
no.
And because of my show with First Take, that credibility holds more weight than street credibility ever would. Cause
Yeah.
most people don't even understand how media works. What he do, you see what I'm saying?
A lot of people don't. I agree with that
Cause he been
part.
called a sellout. He even said it on the show the
Yeah.
other day. He said, "Man, some people call me racist. Some people call me a sellout. You think I
But get
care?"
but guess what? They about to crown a new one.
Who? Who they
I'm
gonna
trying
crown?
to tell you. They about to crown a new king eventually. Look at it. Look at how go back to the old days and now. Mm,
Yeah, times
Ja,
always change though.
look,
That happens. Times
Ja
always
got
change.
caught with pistols, so it might be a little rough for him, which I ain't gonna
I
take
think
nothing
Anthony
away from.
Edwards took his spot. I
Anthony
think
Edwards,
Anthony Edwards took his spot.
yeah,
But he gonna
it's a
have to
lot
win
of.
next year though. He can't play around next year. He got to come in smoking next year though.
That's why. You asked me, can the Celtics repeat? No, sir.
I think they can. They
No,
Brad
sir.
Stevens. I don't sleep on dude as a GM, bro.
I'm not. I'm
Dude be
not.
making some moves, man.
I'm
I
not.
know you biased because you LA. I know you biased because you LA. I
I
get it.
don't care if them
But
motherfuckers win ever again.
from an objective standpoint, though, if they keep Jalen Brown and Tatum together, man, ain't nobody,
Yes.
man. That's I don't know if they're
All
gonna be able to do that. It's gonna be hard to do, man.
right. Hey,
Money wise, that's gonna be hard, man. And then still have a good team paying them both 300 plus million a year. That's a lot, man. But
it's a
we'll see.
lot. But they make 300 million in 6 months. You
What's
make
that?
300 million. Man, them
Oh, you
teams
talking about
make,
the Celtics?
yeah, you make 300 million. But it's
Yeah, but now you talking about
we'll
600
see.
million. You got to make 600 million, though. You know what I'm saying? You talking about
That,
paying two
bro,
players the max.
that ain't
Jason
nothing.
Tatum might get more. He might get more than max. Jason Tatum, he might get four.
Mhm.
Man,
Yeah,
I
hey,
think
I
they're gonna have to
want.
get another big man though. They got to get a healthy big man though, for them to have to repeat. Cause Al Horford, he said he coming back, but man, he ain't hitting no nothing, bro.
But I can't. whatever it takes to win.
Who the Lakers need? Who the Lakers need to get? Like, do you think AD can stay with the Lakers after LeBron pulled that with JJ Redick? You think AD want to stay with the Lakers?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Cause he
Yeah.
gonna feel like he gonna show favoritism to LeBron because that's his homeboy.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Cause I don't. To be honest with you, I just don't think
Nope.
AD got the same
Nope.
drive that he had with the Pelicans. And he went to LA, he
Yeah.
started partying,
That
kicking it with
homeless.
Drake. Yeah, kicking it with Drake, popping by. I don't think he got the same drive that he used to have. That's
But
just my opinion.
everybody knows what saved the Lakers. Real Lakers fans know what saved the
What's
Lakers
that?
is having that legit center. That legit center that
Yeah, Dwight Howard
scrappy.
said they didn't want to play him. Dwight Howard said they. Dwight
Yeah,
Howard said, "You
man.
see that clip on YouTube? He had like a
Man,
short. He said that they didn't want to
yeah.
play him, but they put him in the game. He balled out against who
No,
was it
and
Denver or something?
that's that. What you say? That's that pride.
Yep, yep.
That's that
Pride, man.
pride. That was that pride.
Pride
Like,
month. Pride month.
but
Mm.
uh, but and that's why I was saying like us real Lakers fans know. Nah, y'all could have ran it back at least one more time. Now, if you didn't win out there after you ran it back, then I understand. But if
I think it's
y'all,
the GM though. It's Palinka, man. Dude is a
man,
weird
come
dude, man.
on,
I don't know how he runs stuff, man.
we know,
Palinka, man. I
we
mean, I
know
don't
how
know,
he
man.
runs.
Stupid, man. Cause I mean, Dwight Howard, even though he weird, he got some off the court stuff that's just kind of stupid.
Yeah,
But
that's his nuts.
as far as like just playing center and not worrying about
Uh,
scoring, just tell him like,
Yeah,
dude, don't worry about scoring. Just get rebounds.
no,
Just be Dennis Rodman. Just be the seven
that's
foot version of
that's
Dennis
what we
Rodman.
wanted. That's
But
exactly
he
what
didn't
we
want to do
wanted.
that. I don't think
Yeah,
Dwight Howard wanted to do that though.
yeah, I think he wanted to. It was just
I
like
don't think he did. I think he wanted to
doing,
score too. He wanted to.
yeah, but
He said it.
during those times, like everybody know, like, hey, I know they use it for this and put or whatever. I'm still mad about it. I was like, man, why y'all didn't run it back? Y'all, I don't care what. After this one, after this, you gonna go
Hmm.
get your max. Now, but we got to run that. We got to run that back to defend the title because they don't believe that it counted.
And they front
But
office,
there,
man. They gonna have to make
but
some changes in their front office, man. But they
but
friends
everybody,
with Jeannie though.
but
With Jeannie
everybody
Buss.
throwing them shots. And Jalen Brown, boy, y'all gonna have to see them. You gonna
Jalen
have to
Brown got
see.
twins.
You gonna have to see them. And that's why
So
consider that I consider that JJ Reddick hire is kind of like how Pat Riley was hired during that
I
time.
don't know about that. Yeah.
I'm telling you, who
I don't know if
Pat
he on
Riley
Pat
didn't have
Riley
no
level.
coaching experience, but let anybody else tell it. Coach Riley didn't have no coaching experience
But
at all.
they showed respected him though when it came to the
They
conditioning and
respect him.
stuff. Now these young kids now ain't like that, bro. This ain't like the
And
'80s, man.
that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like them players, they respect JD because he
You think
know
so?
his shit. He know his
You think
shit.
so?
I know.
Okay, we'll
He
see.
know
We'll
it.
see.
He know it. And
And he
then
better
you'll be
have a
like,
good start, because if you don't have a good start, they gonna crucify him.
what's the difference between JJ Redick and Darvin Ham? JJ gonna coach. He know his shit.
Okay.
If my coach, I'm sitting on the bench. We didn't call the timeout. That I called, not the coach. And we sitting on the bench and you drawing up a play, erase it. Drawing up a play, erase it. You're out of there, son.
So if the players don't respond to him, that's the thing. I just want to see if the players gonna respond to
They
him. If they don't
gon'
respond to him,
they
you
gonna
think so? We
respond.
saying that?
They
Okay,
gonna
we'll see.
respond.
Okay.
Shit, watch the podcast. You see, like players know. It's like, man, dude, they are in sync.
Okay, we'll see. Time will tell, bro.
Yeah,
Um,
time will tell. You
time will
sure
tell.
right. Cause
You know, when they done, I'm gonna come back and get you. When they done, I'm gonna
yeah,
get you.
yeah,
You
well,
remember
hey,
that?
man,
Remember you
I'm
said
praying to the
it.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm praying to the basketball God.
Cause
And
I ain't biased. I'm objective. I'm gonna give it to you. Objective. I'm gonna give it to you. If he do good, I'm gonna give it to you. If he do bad, I'm gonna give it to you. But one way or the other, one of them gonna happen.
hey, what I'm gonna have?
Cause if they go 10-5, they gonna praise. Oh, JJ Redick's
Yo,
awesome.
yo,
He's the best thing since
LeBron,
baked bacon.
LeBron is the coach.
Oh,
Y'all know that?
LeBron. But let him go 5-10 though. Oh, we trading AD. We getting that. What's going on here? You know what I'm saying?
You're right though. You're right. Hey,
So you think it's a lot of pressure though? Or you think
hell
I
yeah,
like his arrogance though. His arrogance, I don't think it affect him at all. I think he
hell
just like,
yeah.
look, you know what I'm
Shit,
saying? It's
shit.
pressure, but I don't think it affect him like that though.
Shit. What JJ grow his hair? He gonna grow his hair back, and he gonna slick it back a little bit, and then that's when you know he didn't made.
Man, they should have
He
got.
di-
I
he
think
didn't make
Detroit should get Mark Jackson. I think Detroit they should get Mark Jackson, bro. But they ain't gonna do it. But they should
man,
though. I wish the Lakers would have got him, but Detroit should get Mark Jackson. That's what I'm rooting
man.
for.
I'm
Get Mark Jackson.
man. That's why I was like, I guess those remarks really did hurt him. I was like,
Oh
damn,
yeah, Tom Brady. Yeah. Hey man,
I still,
politics a monster. People don't realize that politics
hey,
if is in the corporate world. That's just what it is. Politics, bro. You
mm,
gotta play that game. You don't want to even when you don't want to play it. You still gotta understand it, how to navigate around it. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm,
And some things you just can't do. If you do it, you gotta take what come with it, man. You roll the dice. You
man,
gotta step how they fall.
yeah,
I'm sure
that's
you've
it,
been there. I've been there. Like I said, I done said
man,
jokes I shouldn't have said. I done said did stuff I shouldn't have did. I done been all
man.
over the
We
gambit, the
all,
spectrum, all over the spectrum of politics. You know what I'm saying?
but that's wrong. I was like,
Yeah, man. But
and
I wish Detroit to get him because he could rebuild. He could probably rebuild the whole team, have them playing right too.
like I think Detroit was due for. Don't get it confused. Like I'm not a big Detroit fan.
Yeah.
I love them they white starter jackets though. That was clean. But
Boy.
what Detroit was due for um at least a good little run as far as the hip hop culture involved in it too, because that's what you're gonna about to see. That's what you're about to see next. Cause shit, they had one of the worst records.
Man, listen, they fired Monty Williams. He
Mm,
still got 65 mil left on his contract. He don't even got to
mm,
work. 65
mm.
mil, they got to pay him.
You gotta pay
They
him
said, don't
four
worry about it. We'll
years.
absorb that.
4 years.
They had like, I think they gonna absorb that. They probably paying probably like 10 million or something. Like
Mm-hmm.
cut it down to where they can pay him like 5 or 10 million a year. And
Yeah,
he good.
you good.
Hey. But you know what he said though. This is politics too. When you trying to save face, I didn't know they was gonna fire me. Well, you had two
Yeah.
losing seasons. What you think they was gonna do? Had the
Three
worst
too
record in the
many.
league last year. What you think they gonna do?
Three, three too many. But
Oh man, that's funny.
who do you say? Trajan Lane, the GM now, or you
Yeah, he's
just
the GM now. Yeah, Trajan Langdon. Yes, sir.
this is first year? Or is,
This is first year. This is first year.
oh, okay.
That's why he fired him. You know, most time when you change jobs, the top people change. They
Mm-hmm.
bring in their people in
Mm-hmm.
management and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
it happens in the real world. I seen that happen.
Hey, if Trajan pulled the biggest stunt ever, and they fuck around and they get Mark Jackson.
He ain't gonna do that
De-
though.
no, I'm just saying. But
Yeah.
Detroit is the city. They're like a Chicago. They be like, fuck y'all. Shit, we gonna hire
Troy, please pipe down,
them.
baby.
Oh, my bad,
Pipe
my
down.
bad. Hey, they'll be like,
Yeah.
forget y'all. We gonna hire them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, that man,
Somebody gonna end up hiring him, man. I think
brother,
somebody gonna be smart. Be like,
do
man,
you
we
know
ain't hired this
how
dude. Yeah.
do you know how turned up that city will be?
Yeah.
That's a different
Yeah,
type of. I'm saying, it's like Atlanta, like L.A. and New York.
boy.
Man, them cities, man, them cities be turned up like it ain't nothing. I don't care if they
Yeah,
even they make the first round of the playoffs. They are going to
yeah,
turn up.
that's true.
Mm.
Maybe a little too much.
All right.
They gonna turn up.
Yeah, let me yeah, it's about time to get out now.
Yeah. All right, guys, for the get off, man, cause Pill for
uh,
the turn. All right, guys, about to get about this thing. Thanks for watching. Oh, I hit the wrong button.
uh,
Share,
uh,
like, share, and subscribe. Share with
uh,
everybody. And when you come back and watch this, thanks for watching, and we are
yeah.
signing out.
Go Lakers.